Before we move on further, you have to download and install VirtualBox on your computer. You can go on this page and click on download. You can select your preferred operating system here and install it. So we have to create these virtual machines. So all of our virtual machine will be running Debian operating system. You can go on this page and click on this button to download AMD image of Debian. This will download Debian 13. That's the latest version currently, and you can install that. That's fine. Once both Debian is downloaded and virtual machine is installed, you can open VirtualBox. Next, we have to set up a NAT network for our cluster. You can go on Network tab. If you don't see this on latest virtual machine, you can click on Preferences and enable Expert Mode. Once you do that, click on Create inside Network tab. We will name our network Kate's network, and our CIDR IP range will be 10.200.0.24. This will, or sorry, 200.00. This will give us plenty of IP addresses which will be like 255 IP addresses. And we will disable the DHCP because we want static address for our cluster. Okay, so now that we have our NAT network configured, let's create our first virtual machine for JumpBox. Click on New. Write some name for your virtual machine. I'll just keep it JumpBox itself and select the downloaded ISO image. We want to go through the installation, so that's why I uncheck this option. Next, the memory we want is 512 megabytes and hard disk space is 10 gigabytes. Click on Finish. Click on Install instead of graphical install. You can navigate via arrow keys. Since this is a low memory mode, we don't have GUI. We don't care about location, but let's just select the Central America. For host name, we will write JumpBox. This is important, so make sure you give the same name. We can leave this empty. You can set any password for root user. give name for your user, non-root user. Set the password for non-root user. We want to use entire disk. This is our 10 gigabytes disk connected to virtual machine. And we don't want to do any partition. We want all the files in the same single partition instead of having different partitions for home, EFI, swap, etc. So it's asking if we have some extra packages and do we want to scan it. We don't have any and we don't want to scan. And the goal is to find mirror. Network mirror is we can use. Why this is, you can select whatever is nearer. I'll select we don't have any proxy. We don't want to participate in survey. We just want to install SSH and standard system utilities, which are already selected. We don't want any desktop environment, so click continue. Click on yes. We want to install grub bootloader, and this is our drive where we want to install it. Okay, our installation is completed. Let's restart. You can write your username and password. Okay, we are now logged in. So our installation is done. Next, we have to set static IP and we have to copy this virtual machine, create 3 copies of it so that we don't have to install operating system from scratch for all the other VMs. Now that we have our virtual machine set up, we have to set static IP for all of our virtual machines. We will start with this first machine. To do that, we have to first switch to super user. Now you have to type the password you have set for root user. After that, you have to open a file with nano editor. You can use Vim, but I don't think it will be available in the operating system, so that we have to use nano. So this is the our configuration for our this interface ENP03S3 0S3, sorry. And we have to, for this is for IPv4 and this line is for IPv6. We have to change IPv4 and make it static. Now it's DHCP. We have to set it to static. And we want its address to be 10 10.200.0.10, and the subnet mask is this because while creating the NAT network, our 3 octets are for the network, because we wrote 24 here. That's why the subnet mask is this. First octet are all ones. Gateway of our network will be this, and for DNS we will use Google's DNS. Yeah, that's it. You have to save the file with Control O, enter, and exit nano editor with Control X. Now let's reboot the machine. I'll just close it, power off, okay. And if I check the machine's network, the adapter one is set to NAT, and our NAT network is this is the one we created. NAT network is it's the name, and our machine is on that network. Now if we restart it, log in again. Now if we check the IP address, yeah, if you see the IP addresses, it's 10.200.0.10. So it worked. I'll close this, power off. Now that we have Jumpbox installed, the next step is to create virtual machines for all the 3 other required machines. The idea is to create one and then clone the same VirtualBox for other 2 nodes. So let's get started. I will name it Kate's node 0. Select the image. All the steps are same as before, just the difference is we have to increase the RAM, set it to 2 gigabytes and set the storage to 20 gigabytes. United States, American English, keyboard. Another thing we have to change is the host name. I will give host name to node 0. Continue. Domain name will be empty. Root password, you can set it whatever you want. This is the password for non-root user. Select any time zone. We want to use entire disk. This is our disk. We don't want any partitions. As you might have noticed, most of the things are as we did for Jumpbox installation. We don't want to scan any media for extra packages installation, so no. Mirror country is United States, but you can select whatever country is nearest to your place. We don't have any proxy. We don't want to participate in package survey. We don't want to install desktop environment, so I will uncheck that. We want SSH server. I will select that, then select continue. We do want to install grub bootloader. I will select yes. We will select our device where we want to install bootloader. Reboot. Okay, so our system is installed. We can log in with our user. This is non-root user, so you have to enter non-root user's password and ID. Okay, we are in. So next thing we have to do is, I will just close this. Next thing we have to do is we have to clone these twice. We will name it node 1, full clone, and we will select generate new MAC address for all the network adapters. Keep disk names, finish. We will make one more clone. We will call it clone 2. Same configuration for cloning. Let's start our jump box and node 0 side by side. You don't have to start them side by side. I just wanted to show you some, we just have to do some configuration. For that I'm doing them side by side, but it's not necessary. I will exit the full screen mode. How to do that? Okay, I will save the state. So first thing we have to do is we have to set the static IP. So first we can log in with our root user's password. We have to edit the file inside etc network interfaces. Instead of DHCP, we want static IP, and values will be for address. Since this is node 0, we have address dot 11, and for network mask we have 255.255.255.0, and for gateway we have 10.200.0.1, and for DNS server name server we will have Google's DNS. Control O for saving, Control X for exit. I just want to make sure we have the same settings in jump box. I will directly log in by root. Okay, how to change view of the machine? Okay, I'm not able to find that, but that's fine. Yeah, that's correct. And okay, we have host also. Okay, so we have to implement this. When I say implement, I have to add these values. I'll close this, save state. This is running. We can click show. So for that, for editing hosts, the 10 is for jump box. This is basically just a mapping of IP address and host names. So host name should be same as the host name you have provided while installing the operating system. You can change the host name after installation, but whatever you set the host name to, you have to write it down here. Dot 0 dot 11, this is node 0. 10.200.0.12 node 1, 10.200.0.13 node 2. Control O to save, Control X to exit. That's fine. I will close this. I will start this now. We should have cloned after the changes were made, but yeah, we can do those changes again. Login by root, edit the interface, network interfaces file. So the one thing we have to change here is, since this is copied or cloned from node 0, its host name is also node 0. So we have to change the host name. We can do that by host name ctl set host name to node 1. Now that's done. We can restart the machine, so that instead of save state I will do power of the machine. So what we can do is we can just recreate the clone so that we don't have to enter those values again. I will do remove clone node 2. I think we have this directory. I just have to remove that. Let's log in with root user directly. Let's see if the network interface configuration is still there. Yeah, it was copied. We just have to change the IP address, which is, this is node 2, right? So that's why it should be 13. Control O to save, Control X to exit. We have to change the node name. Oh, I mean host name. So host name ctl set host name node 2. Enter. I'll just close the machine. Let's just verify one last time everything is there. So this is node 1. It should, since we last time we changed the host name. Okay, it still says node 0. I don't know why is that, but let's see. We changed the host name, but it still says node 0. We can change it here also in this file. We can edit it. So you just have to change the name in this file, etc/hostname. Let's see after restart whether it changes. Yeah, it says node 1. So name is changed. I'll close this. I think we have to do the similar thing here. Yeah, let's change the host name in hostname file itself. This is node 2, control O, control X, reboot. Yeah, it says host 2 now, which is correct. This we saw earlier. This is also correct. So we have our 4 virtual machines. The one thing we have to make sure is their network. They all should be inside NAT network called NAT network. We can change the name. We can change it to Gates network. So yeah, with this we have all the 4 machines. Just make sure that once you have everything installed, make sure that for all 4 machines, this content should be same: 10, 11, 12, 13, jump box, node 0, 1 and 2 respectively. This is same for all the machines. This content should be present there. And inside the net, for static IP, inside all machines, this should be there, but they should have different address value. Netmask, gateway and DNS name server will be same for all 4 machines. Just the address, which will, the last part of the address will be different. For jumpbox it will be 10, for node 0 it will be 11, for node 1 it will be 12, and for node 2 it will be 13. and host name for all the machines should be different, which is for jumpbox it will be jumpbox, for node 0 it will be node 0, and for this it will be node 1, and for this it will be node 2. And last thing to verify is the range of this range of the IPs will be like this, and for our NAT network, and all the machines should be inside that NAT. So let's see, in the next video we will see how we can communicate with all the nodes, and how the nodes also can communicate with each other.